what's up? Ken from Palm Beach Dyno here. We've got a killer build on the dyno. This is our top of the line F150 setup. Obviously, we're starting off with a Shelby truck, but this has a Hellion street sleeper setup on it, which is twin turbo. A lot of people are gonna say, sleeper, how could a Shelby truck be a sleeper? I'm gonna give you 3 reasons why I still think this unit is a sleeper. But first, let's go over what's done to it. It features a TKM long block with their VDE delete. For those of you guys that don't know, these trucks have variable displacement, which you can turn off in the tune, but there's some fragile stuff in the heads, and TKM takes care of all that. Once we have this set up in the truck, we'll have no issues as far as that goes. It also has a Circle D torque converter with an RSA 1500R transmission. That is their top of the line build, pretty much bulletproof. That is also featured in the other truck you saw on our channel, the work truck setup. Now, what else? It has a TTR carbon fiber intake manifold. The 21 plus trucks have a very unique setup, and if you use any other intake manifold, you need adapters and an adapter for the throttle body, you know, where it bolts to the head, all that. Not with the TTR. Both the billet version that's on the work truck and this carbon fiber version is a direct bolt-on, no problems at all, made just for your truck. This has a dual regulator Fore Fuel System, as well as a bunch of other little things, but anyway, let's get to it. All right, now, why am I calling this Shelby truck a street sleeper? This truck is delivered from Shelby and it makes maybe 550 to 600 at the wheels, which is great for a pickup truck like this, but this unit with the twin turbos will make well over double that. Now, what else? Well, let's start it up and you can hear. Well, as it sits right now, this thing is not very rowdy. Yeah, you can hear the turbos a little bit. Let me give you some quick revs. Not bad at all. You could drive this thing every day across country, talk inside, no problem. But when it's time to party, you hit the electric cutout. Check this thing out. I don't think I really need to say a whole lot about that. This unit sounds amazing. We'll go ahead and take it out for a test drive after the dyno pull. Now, the third reason I'm calling this thing a street sleeper is because of the engine bay. Now, you'll see a lot of twin turbo kits have turbos up top. You know, I guess you could say that looks cool sometimes, but it also adds a ton of heat under the hood. Now, if you're only making 600, 700 horsepower, no big deal. But as you turn the power up, you make more heat. More heat in the engine bay causes all sorts of problems. You'll have to do all sorts of protection of your electronics. Hoses start getting too hot and crack and dry rot over time. These turbos are underneath, and it keeps all the heat out of the engine bay and focuses on that beautiful TTR intake. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and do a dyno pull. I know that's what you guys have been waiting for, and then we'll take it out for a ride. All right, there you go, 1206 and 880. Don't forget, this is a brand new build, fresh engine, so we don't really want to push it all that hard, and we really can't support too much more power on this dyno. So what we're gonna do is give it back to the customer the way it is, and then once it's broken in and we feel good about that, we're gonna take it to our buddy's hub dyno and really turn up the power. This is about, you know, low 20 pounds of boost, nothing crazy, very, very safe tune on pump E85. When we push it, we'll probably put 1 ethanol R in it and really get after it. Maybe 1400, maybe 1500. I guess you gotta subscribe to the channel and check it out. But let's take it off the dyno. We're gonna take it for a ride. I'm gonna show you how it just drives every day, how quiet it is with the cutout closed. We can't get too crazy with it on the street right now since it's on regular Toyo tires. I'm not sure what the customer plans as far as tires, but to really support this kind of power, you're gonna need more tire than this for sure. Here it is outside. This is with the cutout closed. As you can see, it's whisper quiet. You can actually hear the cooling fans a little louder than the exhaust itself. So let me go ahead and open the cutout for you so you guys can see the difference. Man, sounds so cool. Let's take this thing for a ride. I've got it set at maybe 1,000 horsepower. Gonna leave the traction control on. Just go for a nice smooth ride. I mean, dude, this thing is so nice. I have an F150 single cab. It's an XL, no power, no nothing. And it's awesome as a race truck. But this thing is, these Shelby trucks are so badass. And you know, we do Whipple upgrades on the Shelby trucks and they do great. But the twin turbo setup is also super badass, obviously. Like I said, whisper quiet, no problem at all. Like, you can probably give the keys to somebody and they wouldn't even know that anything's hardly done to this thing. But if you're just cruising along, boom, you hit the button, and I'm not sure if you can hear that on this cell phone camera, but it's just, it's sort of like my GT500. It's just fun to drive at part throttle because it sounds so cool with the DCT. Same thing with this turbo setup. Super awesome. See, I was getting ready to talk to you and I wasn't sure if you were going to be able to hear me, so I shut the cutout. See how useful that is. Anyway, I want to talk about boost control. We use the Cortex boost controller quite heavily. It works great on most applications. And this truck, when it was originally planned, was just going to be in the 1,000 to 1,100 range. But we do recommend a CO2 style boost controller or air style. You can also, especially with the truck and you got room for it back there, we just switched the work truck over to the AMS 2000, which is my favorite boost controller. It's just a little bit more money than some people want to spend, and we're most likely going to switch this truck over to that. What that allows is more accurate boost control and a wider range. On the work truck, for instance, we had switched it over to a 4-port boost controller, which is known to be a little bit shaky on repeatability on boost numbers, and it gives you an opportunity for overboost and all sorts of things. So we went ahead and switched that one over to the AMS 2000, and you'll be seeing a new video on the work truck really soon. Clay's truck is absolutely crazy. We'll be taking that to the hub dyno. That's the all-out version, although this thing is pretty much the same thing, just in a heavier format. Clay's truck we'll take to the drag strip and do 60 to 130s and all that. I'm going to open the cutouts and give this thing a quick hit. Woo! Jesus! Man, this thing is awesome. I actually forgot to turn the 4-wheel drive on, so it spun a little bit. I'll turn around and do one more hit. That's the nice thing about the traction control. It does its job because we're on regular tires and that could be dangerous otherwise. So, all right, 4x4 is on. Let's hit it. Woo. Man, I swear, like I said, I'm not sure what I set it at, maybe 900 or 1,000. This thing is absolutely phenomenal. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a lot more with this truck, other turbo F150s, all kinds of F150s. You know, we got a lot of projects coming up. We've got a Hellion twin turbo sleeper kit on a GT500 coming up. So we're really ramping the YouTube channel back up again. Please join us, and we'll see you on the next one.